Hello, and welcome back to Life of a Volleyball Player. I know we've been focusing a lot on the front row, so for this video, we're going to be covering Life of a DS in a 6-2 rotation. Now, a DS, for those who do not know, is the defensive specialist. So they are always going to be opposite of our outside hitter in this case. They're going to be subbing for our outside hitter. And their base is going to be middle back. So if you notice, we'll just start in rotation 1. Right now, libero is in our base, but we need to get there. So if we go with the assumption that we are serving, just diving right in. All right, if we go with the assumption we're serving, we're going to ignore the front row. Our setter's going to pull back and she's going to be serving. Now, as I said before, our base is middle back. So what we can do is we can pull over super close to our libero, about one step from each other. I've seen girls who hold hands and then propel each other onto their spot. You can do anything weird. You can do handshakes, you can make it fun, or you could just sit and play the game, but either way, get as close as possible to each other so that as soon as that ball is served over, you go to your base, libero goes to her base, and our setter is just going to scoot up here to her base. Okay, so the key here is get as close to your base as possible while in serve. Alright, so we're going to go into serve receive. Now, DS, libero, and outsides are the key players in serve receive. So we have 3 key players in serve receive. Our setter is not one of those. Why? Because she's being pulled out of that serve receive. So we need to make sure we're doing everything we can to cover her to make sure setter does not get that first ball. So in serve receive for rotation 1, we're going to have our front row up here. And we're going to pull our setter over and have our outside hitter pull back. And then we're going to have our libero in the middle. And then DS, you're going to actually stay where you are. So both DS and libero are in charge of making sure that the back row knows what they're doing. Help your outside out, okay? She's visiting from the front row. She might not know everything about the back row, everywhere she needs to be. So, a couple of things to work on. Make sure that your outside is one step in front of your libero. And make sure that she is in front of your setter as well. Okay, she has to be on that side of our libero. She can't cross our libero. So just a couple of things for us to focus on, a couple of things for us to pay attention to. So DS, you're going to be over here, and you are going to be working in serve receive. Now you're here, you pass the ball, they set it, it goes over, you're just going to go back to base. Okay, pretty easy. If you have no idea what's going on, just remember I am DS and I am playing middle back on the court. Now we passed that hit, we got the ball over, and we won the point, so we're rotating to rotation 2. Okay, so that DS we were just working with moved up to become an outside hitter. Okay, she subbed, so we have a new DS on the court. Every DS is going to play in this position, but if you're that new DS on the court, rotation 2, this is what it's going to look like. Alright, so we're one step away from our base, and we are serving. So we're going to pull back here, and everyone else is going to actually go to their base. So libero, she's going to be in her base. Setter, she's going to be in her base. So all you have to do is as soon as you serve, make sure that you sprint into the middle back. Make sure you're getting to your base as quickly as possible. We don't want that ball hitting the ground while you're back in serve. So pretty easy. Back row, we're just going to our base, whether it's serve or serve receive. Now serve receive 2 is going to be a little bit different. Okay, you're still pulling onto the court over here, but everyone else is kind of in weird positions, so it might throw you off. We've got our outside hitter pulling back again. Remember, you're responsible for helping out our outside hitters. We want to keep her one step ahead of our back row. And then you're going to play where you are on the court. Pass that hit, ball goes over, everyone goes to base. Okay, so a lot of arrows are being drawn, a lot of movement is happening in this situation. But remember, let me simplify it. Okay, you're over here. Everyone else is unimportant right now. As soon as that ball is served, you go to base. Okay, pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. As soon as that ball goes over, you go to base. So we win the point, yay! And we've got to rotate to rotation 3. Now, this is super helpful because we are already in our base. So I'm not even going to draw it out on the other screen. I think this is going to be easier with everyone on this court. But we're in our base, so we're in middle back. We are going to stay there for serve. Our setter is going to be moving around us, and our libero is going to be moving around us, but we're just going to stay where we are for serve. And then for serve receive, we're going to do the same thing. Okay, everyone else is going to be moving around us. Weird stuff's happening over here with the outside and the setter. And after that ball goes over, our libero is coming over here, but we're just going to stay. We're going to chill. We're in our base. So it's pretty easy for DS. So outsides, if you're watching this video, DS is pretty easy if you have to play it. If you're stuck on the court, just remember your base is middle. DS's, I would recommend also going to watch the outside hitter video just in case we run out of subs and you have to play outside as well. DS and outside are both responsible for being high-level passers. So, just one of the things to focus on in clinics and stuff like that is making sure you have those passes down. We've got that serve receive down because whether you play DS or outside, you will be on the court in serve receive every single time. So let me know if I left anything out or if anything was confusing. I am here to help. But that's everything for DS, so I will see y'all in the next video.